best in podcasts, the best in town. You wanna get up, get ready to get down. With its big wide sky and the wild river Thames, if you wanna go, we can take you there to Great Falls, Montana.
Welcome to the greatest damn town in Montana, Great Falls. I'm Rebecca Ingham.
I'm Shannon Newth,
and we're no damn experts. I'm clearly giddy today.
I do have that part recorded. I might save that as like a blooper at the end or something.
It's pretty good. So I screwed up the intro for, I think, the first time ever.
Yeah.
But today in the podcast studio, we have guests that are no strangers to our podcast.
I think they're the most not strangers.
Yeah. We've alluded to them in the past as strangers we just pulled off the street because we used to be next door neighbors. We're not anymore.
Sadly.
And we've known these people for a number of years, and today we've got some exciting news to share about an establishment that you all have agreed is a cult following for us.
Yes.
The owners of Kellergeist Pub Theater, who need no formal introduction, Jolene and Matt. Welcome to the show.
Yay. Wow.
Hello.
Welcome
That's
back.
So
that's
glad
a great
to have you guys
introduction.
back.
Thank you.
How do we know? Is this like the fifth time maybe you've been on? Fourth? I feel like
Let's
this
just agree fourth.
Let's-
That
yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah,
Let's
we'll
not
go with
count.
it.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
no need.
No, but they get an award for being our most
We
frequent
got
guest.
a lot of stickers, and
Yeah.
they're really cool.
Oh, they are good. They're
Yeah.
good
Some
stickers.
we're no damn expert
Thank you.
stickers.
So, for those listeners who are here for the first time, let's do a basic rundown of Kellergeist Pub Theater and you two as people.
Awesome. Well, so
Matt's just staring, so I think that means you're up.
I look that way, and I'm like, okay, I guess that's on me.
I know how much you love this.
So, as you might tell from his fantastically sexy accent, my husband is from Germany, and he moved here to develop wind farms.
That's correct.
And
Seems like a natural progression to where we're headed.
I know.
right?
It's a lot of hot air.
You know, 15 years later, we have a bar. So
It's all that's left of the incredible richness.
You not just have a bar, you have a beautiful family. You're
Yeah.
still married.
You do all kinds of other things. Yeah.
yeah, my current husband.
Yep, your
Yes,
current
as
spouse.
Rebecca
is
likes
so
to
happy
say.
to have him here. Now, Kellergeist Pub Theater, you say is a bar, but it is just a little bit more than a bar.
Yeah.
And don't spoil it for everyone yet as to the next phase. But as it stands today, which is not the way it's going to stand in 2 days from now, what is your bar? Like, what can I get? Michelob Ultra. Can I get a Michelob Ultra?
No,
That's what she wants out of
no,
places.
I'm sorry,
No.
no.
Yes, first of all, we are a German bar.
German bar.
It is run
Not
by
Michelob Ultra.
a German.
We're German.
Yeah,
Be German.
and we have a huge selection of German beers.
At one time, we had the most German beers offered in a bar in the United States.
Is that you don't have that title anymore?
Yes, they still do.
We still have the title until somebody contests
Somebody
it.
else
Exactly.
has to contest it.
That's how we roll
it
on this
fluctuates,
podcast.
right?
Yeah.
Because we're carrying 80 plus German beers, and it just depends on what you can get when you can get it. So at any given time, we always have about 40 plus, but sometimes it's higher, and sometimes it's closer to the 40 plus.
That's a lot. It's a lot of selection. One other thing, you also have amazing cocktails. Do you have one named the Wind Farmer, or that attribute goes back to your roots of what brought you here? You
Oh,
should.
man. We
Short
should
answer
start-
is no.
We should start spitballing names, though. Hot
Yes.
air.
Yeah,
The hot air.
The hot air balloon.
Yeah,
That is a good one.
the Matt special. Yeah.
And you've heard us all talk about the Mimosa Showdown. One of the co-creators of the Mimosa Showdown is the illustrious Jolene. And one of the things, I might be lying right now, but one of the things on your menu is a mimosa flight, right? Of just the winners of the Mimosa Showdown.
So that is, you are totally lying right now.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But she does that. She does
Every
get
now
caught.
and again I do.
But we have won 3 Mimosa Showdowns.
3.
And three
Three
of
of
the
the
Mimosa
6.
Showdowns. Yep. And we do offer most of those mimosas on Saturday mornings for the farmers market.
Ooh.
Now that we have more staff available, we might start doing the flight again because it was pretty popular and it was pretty fun. But the Mimosa Showdown came down to 2020. We're all stuck inside. Not many cases of COVID in Great Falls, Montana. And us and some other bar owners and tourism came together and said, okay, well, we got to do something. And so Matt and I threw down and said, we have the best damn mimosa in Great Falls. Prove us wrong. And then bar won.
And someone did.
First year.
And they did.
But that
But
was
it
just
worked.
a fluke because 3 years after that, no.
We just kept coming at them though. And but remember how excited we were because that first year we sold like 120 mimosas and we thought 120 mimosas on a Saturday was amazing and we were so excited. This year we sold over 1,200.
That's insane.
I mean,
Well, and that's hard to. We've talked before, but about like how do you plan for that and get even get the amount of alcohol you
It's
need
a
for that?
multiplier.
Yeah.
You know, multiply everything by 1,200.
Yeah.
You know,
Perfect.
we plan on, so we look at our numbers and then we plan on having a little bit extra. And if we're left with extra, that's fine. We don't want to run out. Like our big thing is, so Kellergeist, our theme is always entertaining. And it really sucks if you go to your favorite place for a drink and they're like, oh, we sold out. So we try to stick on point for that and just make enough.
yeah.
I will say too that, again, going back to the cocktail, your old fashioned, you know, the Ghost in the Cellar, we love that one. I also was there with some friends a few weeks ago and Larry was, you know, bartending and it's just like, oh, actually, no, it was another guy. I don't remember his name. But
Did he look like a Viking?
Yeah, a little bit.
Gabe.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay. Well, they're all great because I was like, I don't know what I want. Like, can you just make me something? And whatever he made was amazing. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna do that next time. Like, hey, I'm feeling tropical. Can I have something? And they just whipped it up. They're amazing.
I love it that you bring that up because, you know, part of what we want to do is delight our customers, right? When Matt and I set out to do this, frankly, we were having lunch across the street and the building was for sale and he had some money he wanted to invest in downtown Great Falls. And he goes, what about that building? Like, okay, what are we going to do about it? Well, we like to drink. Let's have a bar.
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of how that story went.
Yeah.
But we really, when we started, it's like we want to bring higher end cocktails from our travels around the country and around the world to Great Falls, but then also make sure that you're delighted when you come in. So if you are feeling fruity, if you're not, if you're feeling more savory, if you're feeling more sassy, we can create a cocktail that hopefully delights you. And if it doesn't, just tell them and they'll make you something else.
Well, this was very delightful. And I
Good.
was very happy.
Good.
So, folks, if you really want to dig into the history and theory behind Kellergeist, we have Cult Following is the name of the title of the first episode I think we did with them.
That's
right.
Back one of the original.
Yeah, one of the originals. And I would hint to that episode because one of the things that still kind of remains true now that we're back at the original location again is this myriad of furniture that just exists. And
Eclectic.
I'm going to say myriad. They don't even know what furniture they own anymore. So I'm just going to say.
That was so funny. Rebecca sent me a text during Art Week and she's like, she just sends a chair out of the blue. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I'd put that in Kellergeist. And she goes, you have.
Like your chair.
Is your chair. That's hilarious.
It is a fantastic chair, but it really does create a sense of community in the bar as it exists today. Because you may just be a party of 2, you sit down at a table for 6, you're going to make 4 new friends because
Yeah.
there's not enough space at this time. And the design has always been, let's see if I'm lying on this one. The design has always been like, we'll create the front bar, but we're going to create something more in this building because you really, the bar space is what, 10% of the building?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
So what has the vision been and what will the vision be? And when will it be unveiled?
So it will be unveiled this weekend.
Oh,
It's our grand opening. Friday night with the 49th Street Blues Project,
Oh yeah.
and on Saturday night with the Ecclesian Jam Band.
oh,
Fine.
I know both of those groups.
I
Yes.
know.
Me too.
And the idea in terms of the design or the theme is it's just going to be like the front, only larger scale. So if you have been to the Kellergeist so far, you will know it's full of small pictures and things hanging off the wall, and everything tells a story. We will have the same thing in the back, only larger scale pictures, larger larger size stuff we collected or found or repurposed or whatever,
Or had made for the space.
as well.
Mhm.
There's a couple of cool ideas we were able to incorporate there, and we're pretty proud about.
So what is going to be happening in the back?
Yeah. So
What we call the back? Are we going to
Yeah,
continue to
is that
have
still
a
the
front
back?
and the back?
I would think so.
So we are. It's kind of fun though, because in our first, so we were just talking with Detailed Construction, and Dale was our general on the project, and he started with us back before COVID, because that's how long we had this vision for this space. And so, it's been that long coming, and all the iterations. So when we very first decided to change the space, we wanted to get rid of the front bar and just make it one big bar. And that's not Kellergeist. And I think that our people would be so upset if we did that, because they really have grown to love this tiny bar. So the tiny bar stays.
Okay.
The chicken coop stays.
Ooh.
There is a window that allows you, and we'll close it for private events, but there's a window that allows you to look through the full space. And we want to have parties and entertainment and things that you're not getting in Great Falls at this scale, right? Magic shows, variety shows, burlesque shows. We will be bringing back, we're already talking with some of our favorites to come back and do some shows. So we just, it's a space where we can create fun experiences for everybody, but still retain Kellergeist.
So I don't think we've had you on the podcast, and forgive me if we have, and it won't matter, listeners, because I'm going to ask anyway. I don't think we've had you back on the podcast since you've relocated back to the
Don't think
original
so.
space.
Oh yeah, no.
No.
And so you did a stint at a different location, a lot bigger. It was the former Burton Ernie's restaurant location, had some iconic experiences in and of itself as that space. Did you feel a shift in the type of people that you were interacting with? Was it a different vibe? Was the cult following the same as you see back at the original spot now?
Well, it was something completely different. I mean, when we were at Burton Ernie's, we were a restaurant. So that itself kind of calmed the whole atmosphere down. You had to behave.
It was so challenging.
Yeah.
We threw a back to school drag show, and it went after dinner, but you still had some people that were finishing dinner.
Like, you're going to have to get
You're
out of
like,
here
this is
soon.
an interesting
And here come
culmination.
the queens. So it all worked, and it was fun, and it was fine. But yeah, it just was not the same space.
Right. I do miss your food, though. I will say that, because it was delicious.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Me too.
It was fantastic, but the thing that I love the most has not gone away. I don't know how you do it, but the sausage you serve on Saturday mornings is to die for. And if you're lucky enough, you can also get it like at Christmas Stroll. But this is not something you get all the time. It's like a Matt special, and you roll out the grill.
That
You've
is
seasoned
right.
it perfectly. Like,
Yeah.
Is that the German?
Yeah.
German.
is
there?
it just
I
like the
know.
German touch? Is that what
That's
I'm tasting?
the German touch and German love.
It's the German sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is just the most fantastic thing to eat. Whether you're hungry or not, you're like, oh, Matt's has got his sausages out. I'm going to need a sausage. And it's like, you just ate. I'm like, no,
Doesn't
it's
matter.
not the same.
Yeah.
I need one.
Will that be making
We
appearances?
hear that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Is that going to be a farmer's market Saturday
Oh, yeah,
special
yeah,
too
yeah,
with
yeah.
the mimosas?
Yep, we've already started. Yep, grill and brats. And then we're hoping to expand that. And as we get more staff, and if, when we have events and there's demand for it, we'll definitely do the sausages. That's really the only food. We might do some nibblings.
I was just going to ask,
some
what
little
kind of
bites and
food
stuff.
options are we
We don't
diving
You're
into?
like,
Not
you
right
don't want to be in
now.
the restaurant
No,
business
we
anymore.
Oh, gosh.
the restaurant business.
But I am going to tell you, with Kellergeist Pub Theater, I think you've got an opportunity, again, idea fairy for you, for snack mixes. So, like unique popcorn stuff. You make a popcorn, you put other flavors in it, other mix-ins or snack mixes where you put those things together that are really kind of nice. And I think with a theater environment, especially for the backspace, it would be really great. So
I concur. I think that that's a great idea. And then also,
You could hire her to come execute your idea. Because
Oh, I like that idea even better.
I'm an idea person. I'm
hiring
not an implementer of food things.
We're pretty excited though. We're talking with Annie's is trying to bring in more and more food trucks downtown.
Oh,
That's
perfect.
perfect.
And we are
yeah.
open anytime a food truck wants to pull up. We're excited about it. If they give us advance warning, we'll promote them. If they want
Yeah.
to be part of a specific event, we can do that. But we're happy to promote the food truck culture too.
And for reference, Annie's is just across the street.
Yeah.
Annie's Tap House,
Thank
just
you.
across the
Yep.
street from the current Kellergeist.
So we should probably give the address just to make sure everybody still knows.
Fun 100 block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bringing the Fun 100 block back.
That's right.
But the actual address here in downtown Great Falls for Kellergeist is
111 Central Avenue.
woo woo.
Easy to find.
Yeah.
Yeah. The original space, so that what you're creating in the event space there, it harkens back to it's been an entertaining space before. I remember years and years
Oh, it
ago
sure
going.
has, Shannon.
Yeah.
Wait, where are you going with this?
Not that far back. I'm
Oh,
talking
right.
I'm
right.
talking like 20,
It's
30 years
always
ago.
been
back.
entertaining.
I'm talking about I went to live theater in
Okay.
there.
See, I was wondering
Yeah.
what path you were headed. Like,
Are
I
you
was
going a
part of the
brothel
original.
path?
I was like,
Yeah, you're
Shannon,
going to brothel.
Are you going to share something?
Okay, well, with that note, share with us some of the entertaining
you
history
saw live
of the space.
theater there.
I saw live community theater in there.
Okay.
Well,
With fully clothed people. Yeah.
well, before it was that, there were unclothed people
Okay,
doing
yeah.
live theater in the space. But that was in the 70s.
And the 70s were a great time for no clothes.
Hey, you should have seen, we went through we love the history of the building.
Yeah.
And so we went to Missoula because there's a huge history at the Honors College there. And then Matt's dug in with the History Museum. Some of the Great Falls Tribune ads from the 60s to 70s about this space. Ooh, I don't even know how they published those.
Yeah. Well, racing.
Yeah, you couldn't do it now.
You could not publish these ads
Which
now.
says a lot because there's a lot
you
you
could
get away
not
with now.
publish these ads now. We have a couple pictures of them down at the
Is that going to be?
space.
Yeah. Is that part of what's
they're
going to
already
be on
there.
the
You
walls
should,
in there?
sure.
They're already there. You should see.
Oh, okay. We'll have
You're
to
going to
come
be
see
shocked
this.
that it ran in the Tribune. I
Yeah.
was.
Shannon
Anyway.
was part of it.
I'm
We're just going
intrigued.
to tease everybody.
I was not alive in the
to come look.
70s. I'm sorry. I was not part of that.
But
Come
it did, though, go from a porn theater to a community theater.
There she said it.
We all knew it.
We all knew.
Okay, but that was the 1970s.
Yeah.
There's history there, though, in that building, possibly without clothes in the 1870s.
No.
Is that right?
No,
not
that's a
No.
rumor.
different
No.
spot.
It
Okay.
was a furniture shop
It was a
Okay.
furniture store.
Okay.
Yeah.
until 1968.
They
Yeah.
sold more than beds.
Okay.
They sold chairs. And
Yeah, it was a
tables.
furniture store.
Yeah.
And it seems, though, from the records, like William Albrecht, the German immigrant that started this.
Hey,
I know, isn't that cool?
German.
Full circle.
Look at you. Yeah.
But so William Albrecht actually built it
Okay.
in 1886 and 87.
Wow.
And he was a very
German.
Very German. He was just very German. He kept meticulous records.
Yeah, so that
He
means
was-
it's engineered, the building's built well, and good records, right? That's what
Yeah.
Germans are known for.
Oh God, it's like a
So
bunker.
during the construction, there was no surprises. You're like, oh no, German built this. There won't be any issues. The wiring's
there was
perfect.
surprises.
yeah.
They probably had migrant workers or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
So the event space.
Back to the event space.
Yeah.
Back to the event
Back to
space. Only
entertaining.
because I want to know more about how it's laid out. I've been inside it as a rough shell. Is there going to be is there going to be a stage? Is there going to be movie screens? Is there a specific orientation? Are we going to sit with our backs to the chicken coop facing forward? Are we going to be looking at the bar? What are
Yes.
things going to look like in there?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
No.
yeah.
Is that amazing chair going to make an appeance in the new space?
What
Yes.
color is the chair?
Yes.
Is it yellow?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
over in 101.
Yeah.
It's a cool chair. So you walk in and you have a brand new bar on your right.
Okay.
So that's our back bar so that we can
Okay.
we can rent the space for events as well. If people want to event, as long as we don't have something going on, we're open to rentals.
Yeah.
So you have your own fully functioning back bar. You have the stage is in there and
Okay.
it's up in the left corner
Okay.
by the elevator shaft. There's
Ooh.
a VIP section that we've turned the elevator shaft into a VIP section and
Well,
balcony.
That's fun.
What's it
And-
take to get to be one of them? Like,
We
is it
haven't
a-
really decided
to
yet.
be
membership?
You have to be VIP, I guess.
Just wondering if I can write a check of my way
Oh,
into that.
now we're talking.
Just haggle with them. You'll figure it out.
I
Yeah.
will.
There's-
So VIP section.
Yep.
Whole elevator shaft is not a super large space, is it? How
No.
many VIPs are we talking?
Well, so there's a balcony. So the stairs go up
okay.
to the mezzanine level, and there's a balcony, and then that wraps into the elevator shaft.
Wow.
Yeah.
This
And it
is
was a
really
freight
cool.
elevator, so it's bigger than a normal size elevator.
Okay.
But still, it is an elevator shaft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you want to be a VIP, you don't want massive amounts of other VIPs anyway.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
Love
have
it.
no idea what that means yet, but we just started calling it that.
I love that.
There's new bathrooms.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah.
Well, I've really enjoyed I've met a lot of good people in the bathroom.
Well,
I'm always in the bathroom by myself. What are
Really?
you doing?
You're not doing it right.
You don't lock the door behind you?
Sometimes you just find friendly folks who are like, hey, I'm using this part of the bathroom. Would you also like to come in and use that part of the bathroom? I'm like, I would really enjoy that because at the point I'm at in the night, I'm going to need to do that. And they're like, come on in.
And that
Great.
happens a lot.
I mean, it is a very large single bathroom.
It is.
It is. And you
Yeah.
have a stall, and so that's typically.
Oh,
but
that's true. Huh?
And so,
yeah.
I mean, and typically because it's one bathroom and you have like a big group of people,
Yeah.
Let me just say how
I'm
much
very excited to have more bathrooms.
Yeah, I bet.
Let me just share how appreciative I am that there is a stall because I am finding more and more places that just have two toilets side by side.
What?
Like you,
Where are you going?
okay.
sounds like prison.
we were at a place together in Twin Falls that had toilets side by side. So you can just sit down and hold hands with the person next to you going to the bathroom. I'm like, that's weird. Like
That
that
is
is
weird.
odd.
Jolene
Where
has
was
no
that at?
memory of you doing
I have no memory of that. I must have wiped it from.
We didn't go
It
to
was
the
a
bathroom
very special
together.
moment for
Oh.
Rebecca. I don't know. It's like-
We weren't in there together. We were just at this. Well, I think we were. We were both in Twin Falls, Idaho.
Was it at like the Chobani plant or something?
No, it was at a place downtown.
Oh,
Yeah. And then I was recently in a gas station.
this was many
restroom.
years ago, by the way.
yeah,
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, this hasn't been recent. But when you
Well, it
walk
was
into
clearly
a place,
special moment for you.
when you walk into a place that has two toilets side by side,
Yeah,
that is
is
a little
memorable.
odd.
I mean, that's memorable. And then
Yeah.
it happened to me at a gas station.
A
and
gas
I'm like,
station.
this is not right. Who is doing this?
I'm not
Who is
inviting
doing
people at a
this?
gas station in with me.
No.
Oh,
I'm not inviting
This is
people to sit
bizarre.
next
I've
to me
not had
without a
this
stall.
happen.
That's why I say thank you for creating a stall.
Yeah.
'cause-
No, I'm a
That's-
private pottier, so I always lock the door at Kellergeist
Oh,
because
yeah,
I'm not
I
a
do
sharing
too.
pottier. So,
Yeah.
but I've learned through this experience of having one bathroom. There's a lot of people who really don't care, and that's
Especially at a
great
certain point in
because
the
it gets
night.
me in the line quicker.
Yeah.
It is.
That's
I
true.
appreciate them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be using this portion. You look like you need to use it.
Yeah.
Let's
Go
get
for
it done.
But now you'll have more than one bathroom. So that's
more than one
exciting.
bathroom.
With
And
stalls.
it's gonna be a place where you meet people because it's unisex.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
we have 3
Perfect.
stalls, unisex.
Just like at my house, I don't have a men's and
Yeah.
women's room.
Yeah.
Yep. Not at the bar either. There's 3 different, completely separate bathrooms that are full rooms.
Yeah.
yeah.
And,
The Wild Hair has that similar concept too. Mhm.
Yep. And then a nice sink with mirrors. So, yeah.
Great.
Pretty standard
And-
stuff.
Yeah.
Apart from the color scheme.
Well, the color scheme and the fun decorating that we're doing over
Yeah.
these last few days,
What is the
trying to
color
get everything
scheme?
going.
Are you doing your Joanna Gaines thing? Like, I just need to be in the space and
secret.
hang
Ah.
stuff. And
Pretty much. Pretty
Okay.
much. Pretty much.
Ooh, I'm
So
excited.
talk to us about the color scheme because there is. I mean,
He just said top secret. He won't
Oh.
tell.
Or shall we?
Well, let me just say this.
If it helps, this episode is
space
going to come
looks
out
different.
after you're already open.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, come
Okay,
on
yeah.
then. Let's do it.
The back space does definitely have a different feel than the front space.
Oh, yeah.
Like a more refined palette in the back.
With
Yeah.
the racy pictures from the Tribune.
Well, that's not the only
Well,
racy
there's a
picture.
racy picture back there.
Well, we do have a larger than life size reclining nude hanging in the
Yeah.
back.
I do
Wow.
appreciate it. It is a beautiful piece.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was done by Lisa Flesher, who also works at the bar,
Oh, nice.
and she's
It's a
very
fun
talented.
touch. Yeah.
Yeah, apart from that,
There
they're
seems
pretty
to be, like,
harmless,
You
aren't
go
we,
back
Jolene?
and you think, well, you think when you walk in, it really does harken to like a theater.
Mhm.
Even though, to be clear, the space was a furniture store,
Yeah.
right? It's been used as a theater, but it's always been a furniture
Mhm.
store. So there wasn't a permanent stage anymore. And but you get that vibe. So you
Yeah.
get the deep red, you get the wood textures,
Yeah.
you get the exposed brick. You really get
Cool.
that vibe. But then you walk back towards the bathrooms and you get more of a modern vibe. You still get the exposed brick, but you get those subway tiles, I think they call it,
Yep.
the
Yep.
little
Yep.
tiles. So you have
Mhm.
the subway tiles. And we went with black, red, and
And it's like an antique blue.
Ooh.
Tiffany blue.
Yeah. Oh. That
It's a
is
little bit like
refined.
Mickey Mouse, isn't it?
No.
Is that Mickey Mouse yellow?
You probably should have went on the family vacation. I don't think
But
anything like that.
it is very colorful.
Perfect.
Yeah.
When he said that he picked that antique blue, and since the closest, and lots of my friends are like, Tiffany blue is
Yeah,
the best
you know what you mean.
description,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So Tiffany blue, I was like, oh, with the black and white tiles and the red, it's great. It is.
I'm
so
excited to
he
see it.
continually proves me wrong. He has this artistic flair that I love.
German.
We have that. We
That
have
I
that
love.
on. We have that on record too.
Yeah.
I did. Oh, I
You
know.
just play it back.
Oh,
Aw.
Make him blush.
So, do you have scheduled events already outside of the grand opening?
So we have some. We didn't. We have a lot in the queue that aren't
Mhm.
announced yet.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want to set dates until we were open.
You knew.
Because you know how construction works,
Yeah.
right? And for example, we thought we'd be open in March.
Yeah.
Really
Here we
glad I
are.
didn't
Mhm.
schedule events between March and now.
Yeah.
So we have ideas in the queue. We've been talking with artists, but coming up, so we have a couple of bands that we have this weekend, which were amazing because this is going to air afterwards.
Yes,
Yeah, those
exactly.
bands were
They
killer.
rocked.
I couldn't
were
believe
amazing.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, I danced all night
Yeah,
long.
right.
It was so amazing.
You and me both.
Now, it has a permanent stage, and it's big enough for the 49th Street Blues Project and Ecclesian Jam Band.
Yeah, it's big enough for. So we're both 5-piece bands, and it's
Yeah.
big enough for those. We are working on, like we said earlier, just some really unique stuff. We're working with a group of burlesque dancers that want to do something there that'll be
That
really
seems
fun.
like a really appropriate space for them.
oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Now, back to my question. Is
Oh, yes,
there
sir.
going to be like a screen that pops down from like a traditional
Oh.
theater side? So you can do like a, I don't know, martial arts movie marathon with martial
Yeah.
art drinks or something.
I
Exactly.
kind of like
So-
that idea.
Oh, yeah, I like
That
that
is
idea
fun.
too.
Yeah.
No, we'll definitely
It's
be.
their idea.
Yeah,
I'm just
that's what we had said.
regurgitating it to 'em. Just a disclaimer. I did
We
not
like
make
to
this
theme
idea.
things out like that,
Yeah.
right? I
Mhm.
love to do theme events. Yes, we haven't though. It won't open with our screen
Okay.
because we're still going back and forth. I think we're going to end up with a rear projection because of the way the space is laid out. That'll be the best quality. But see, we're still
Yeah.
still
That's fine.
specking it out.
What about actual like live theater groups?
We are completely open to that.
Yeah.
We love partnering with Act Normal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we've partnered with them in the past.
It's like
and
that seems like a perfect spot for that.
Exactly. So we'll be doing some fun stuff with Act Normal. We did announce in October, we're doing the Oktoberfest again. That date's been
Yeah.
announced. And if I knew what it was, I would tell you.
I bet you
October,
it's in
maybe,
September.
Is it the last
Yeah.
weekend in September?
Yeah.
Yes, it
Mhm.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
See? Perfect time.
I am excited about that event and to see how that event evolves.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was so much fun last year. And this year, we're going to bring in some new elements of it, a little bit more organization on the games and the activities. We're going to have people dressed German style to really facilitate that. And then we just you need to be churning out those brats. Everybody wants a German sausage. And there was a long line last year. So this year, we are bound and determined to bust that line.
It would be nice to have more German food.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna
During
double
that
up.
time.
We're gonna double up
Idea
on
fairy over
handing
here.
out
Yeah,
booze, beer, and we're doubling up on grilling and handing out
Yeah.
the brats, and then find a faster way of paying for stuff and that kind of.
Because this last year was just kind of the original year.
Yeah,
You and
we
Annie
were
Stackhouse
surprised
got in on
how
that too,
well
right?
it went.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because you shut down. Can you just recap that of what happened and what the plans are for this year outside of your brats?
So the 100 block was
we really need to
closed.
I mean, besides that, yeah.
We closed the 100 block for it. We did a couple of games.
Like German
and-
games.
Yeah.
What are German games?
like-
Hammerschlagen.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means, but that sounds
So you
fun.
take a hammer and a nail and you have to
Oh,
pound it into
the one you guys have on your patio.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep, that
I
one.
did beat my husband at that.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
And then obviously the Bierstein
Mm-hmm.
holding challenge. So you're holding
holding child, so you're just like
holding
Holding
it
it
straight
straight
away.
out.
Yeah. And it's about 5 pounds
So we have
Without
train
drinking.
for that. So I should be training
Without
for that right
drinking
Oh, yeah.
it.
Yes.
now.
without
Yeah.
drinking at the
be
same
holding
time.
out 5-pound weights
Yeah,
and see how
that's
long
why I'm
you
like,
can
I
hold
should-
it
and I
straight.
can start
Every
training
year,
for
Shannon,
that.
I think I should chain, and then it just doesn't happen.
Sneaks
But
up
we
on you.
have a guy who's amazing. Clem has won it several times now.
Clem.
Every time.
And we are actually going this year. He's researching. We're going to try to be an actual qualifier for the
Oh.
National Bierstein holding
Oh.
in Vegas. Because there's no Great Falls qualifier, and
There should
he
be.
really wants it, and I think he can do it. Like
Oh my
this guy can
gosh.
hold it. Like the only reason why he stops is because he waits until he's gotten everybody else out of the contest.
Yeah.
He waits for a little bit longer, and then he drinks his beer.
How
it's
long are
like
we
Where
talking?
everybody else is like this.
So
Like
the
6+ minutes.
And I'm
Yeah.
sorry for radio. Everybody else's arms are shaking
Yeah.
ferociously, and the beer's going everywhere, and he's just nonchalantly holding a beer stein out for 6, 8
I think
minutes.
we need to do some videos for our joint social channels of us training for this event.
That's a great
Yeah.
idea.
Just time lapse of us just
That's a great
holding weights.
and then we can enter the competition. Mm-hmm.
I know right now I will not be winning, but it'd be fun to participate. Yeah.
But isn't there a men's and a women's category?
I still
There
would not
is.
win.
officially there is, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
See?
So that's all the way at the end of September. But
Yeah.
in July, we're bringing back the Red Elvises.
Oh.
And we're going to do a street party with another group for the Red Elvises, Igor and the Red Elvises.
I don't know why, but I immediately thought of parachuters. Aren't they the parachuters?
Oh, no. I have a story for you about flying parachuters dressed as Elvis, though, and it didn't end well. But I know, sorry. I just heard it 2 weeks ago. However, no, these guys don't parachute, but they are fantastic. And they have a cult following. And last year they came and they played in front of Kellergeist on the street. We're going to do it again this year because they're coming through. They're playing Bozeman and us, and then I think Missoula. So, yeah, that'll be fun.
Inside, obviously.
If it's too hot, we might do it outside though, because the street fest is always fun. So we can
It
just
is
block
true.
off the streets, and
That's
the
in
city is
July?
great to work with. July 12th.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You don't own the parking lot next to your building, but it seems
Not
like,
yet.
oh, that will be a dream. That would be such a dream.
It is a dream.
Because I see so much potential in the parking lot.
I know. Trust
Parking lot
me.
parties.
That's a great spot.
Oh, we can have an outdoor space year round, because if you have the parking lot,
yeah.
then that front part you can have a structure like they do in Chicago, where it gets way colder there, and they still have the outdoor seating, with the very
Oh,
thick,
yep.
clear plastic stuff over.
Yeah.
I have dreams, Shannon.
Yeah.
I have a dream.
It's a beautiful dream. I already see it.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm. Indoor, outdoor, year round. Everybody
Love
needs
that.
the sun. Okay, so we have to get to the occupancy question.
Okay. Yes.
Oh.
I'm so
So-
excited for this.
Traditionally, the occupancy of Kellergeist has been
12
I was
until
gonna-
I
that was gonna
crossed
be
it
my
out and wrote
guess.
15 next to it.
okay. So again, small space, less than 10% of the building. You're moving and opening up into the back space.
Mm-hmm.
Still have a door. Still be closed off sometimes. Do you have 2 occupancy permits? Like, do you have a
One.
front and a back? Oh,
One.
okay.
Permit police.
And now, mind you, also keep in mind that the back is opening, but part of it's bathrooms and storage in the way back. So
will it be open all the time unless there is an event happening, and then you'll shut the door?
yes,
Okay. So
Pretty
people
much.
can get their beer from the
Only
front
we don't
bar.
actually have a door.
not yet.
What
but we will.
happened to the door? There was
It's-
a door a week ago.
I know it's now in
I know.
storage.
We will have a door. This is a continued
Okay.
conversation.
Okay. Okay. So, occupancy of the whole space. You've got your occupancy certificate ready to roll.
Mm-hmm.
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 Already laminated and hanging on the wall in the appropriate certification place.
And with no marks, no marking out
I
on
didn't
it.
have to mark it out this time. It says a good
So we're going
number.
from 12 to what? What do you think, Shannon?
Take guesses.
Oh. 142.
Ooh.
Oh.
What? What was that
I'm
reaction?
gonna go to. Okay. Truth be told, off air, I did make some guesses, and I know they were wrong.
Oh, well, you
So-
cheated. Okay.
I'm gonna go with 100. Ooh,
More.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
185.
Oh, you're so close.
Wait, is this Price is Right rules? Is it closest without going over?
I already
Closest
won.
without going over.
You're within 5. You're within 5.
Rebecca's within
Really?
5.
Yeah.
What is the occupancy gonna be?
190.
190.
Oh my God!
I know.
That is
That
so
is
many
so
people.
much more. So much more.
No, that is. It's not that much bigger.
No,
Like,
like,
in
Oh,
my
wow.
mind,
Well, it is.
clearly it is a lot bigger.
it's a lot bigger than what I'm remembering from when
Well,
I was in that space.
I
a long
think
time
what
ago.
you're-
exciting.
I think what you're
Yeah.
screwed up with is the VIP lounge area.
You're right, because I wasn't
Like you-
considering that. No.
Yeah,
Mhm.
But also
190.
But also, that is the total occupancy, and that it takes into account standing, for
Chicken
standing
coop.
events, not seated.
Mhm.
So most of the time, it won't be that. Well,
No, no, you
tables
set
and
the
chairs
standard.
and-
We're doing 190 people.
Yeah. Cram them in.
Yeah, we're gonna have like the bouncer at the door be like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, we're at fire code capacity. We can't let you in anymore." And then like 2 people will slink out, and you're like, "We'll allow 1 more person in."
Yeah.
do you want to be the bouncer?
Yes,
Yes,
I do.
I was-
I thought so.
Could hire her for that job. Yeah. Mhm.
She'll take that one.
And then I will take bribes. Just so you know, if you want to grease my hand with hundreds of
You're
dollars,
getting in.
Wow.
I'll let you in.
The bribe has to be 100.
It's not. It's not my citation from the
That's
police
true,
department.
You're fired.
Yeah. Oh, well, she
I'm
just
gonna
made like
pack it.
500 in tips, so it's like bribes.
Incentives. I like to call them incentives.
Incentives.
Oh no, nope.
190. That's I
Isn't this
can't.
exciting?
Mm-hmm.
I really think there should be a contest to see how quickly we can fill it to 190.
I mean, that'd be really fun.
Yeah. Grand
That'd be really
opening.
fun.
Maybe it will have
Yeah.
already happened
I'm in.
when this podcast happens.
Yeah,
We need one of those clicker counters.
we do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I'm already there as the bouncer.
I will trade you a clicker counter for your bullhorn.
Ooh.
Ooh, no.
Yeah.
Is the bullhorn coming out at the grand opening?
Oh,
yeah.
of course.
Oh, yeah.
I can't imagine
Oh,
it
God.
wouldn't. Is
What's
there
your-
a theme for the
Oh,
grand
yeah.
opening?
We're finally open.
Are we going to see tux tails and top hats?
Well,
and
dress appropriately, I would say.
Wh-
You know.
what does that mean for that space?
Well, yeah, tuxedo.
Oh, okay.
oh, I was
Okay.
thinking
You know.
topless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Skimpy dresses.
That's where I went.
I would think.
It's individual preference.
Yeah.
Mhm. Whatever that means to you.
But kind of classy. Or not.
Classy
So
or
everyday
trashy.
life. Yeah.
So Shannon, when
Yeah.
we first got this space,
Mm-hmm.
we inherited the whole top floor of the building that goes the whole
Okay.
length of the building.
Oh, wow.
Was costumes, and
Oh,
these
my
are like
gosh.
20-foot ceilings, and there were racks that went all the way to the ceiling of costumes.
Oh my gosh.
We have so many, or had so many tuxedos in those costumes that Simon, our 10-year-old, has had tuxedos his whole life. Just randomly
Just
wears
from this
tuxedos. because
warehouse
we had
when
they're
warehouse
available.
tuxedos.
And that's with tails.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's with tails.
Wow.
Mhm.
So are you opening a costume rental shop as well?
No,
then?
we actually ended up doing some really fun giveaways and let different groups come in and people
Yeah.
come in and just take everything that they wanted.
So these
after-
were
great.
from the 1980s.
Yeah.
You
Ooh,
know.
real good stuff.
Miami Vice
Kinda.
tuxedos.
Yeah.
The pinnacle of fashion right there.
Yeah, they were kind of out of, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I did just tour the Fort Peck Theater costume department,
Oh,
and
that's cool.
that was fairly impressive.
I bet it was.
I am just picturing the same thing on the top floor of your
Mhm.
building, where they have like everything's lined up. Like this is this era, this is that era, this
Oh,
is wedding
was
dresses,
not like that.
military uniforms, prairie, period pieces. It's just all this stuff, and then
No.
the shoe collection was
Mm.
insane.
So that is very organized.
Yeah, it was very
Yeah.
organized.
Very professional.
Yours was not that way.
Not what we walked into.
Where did they come from?
Well,
What's-
it used to be a community
For
theater.
Beckmans.
Yeah.
for like
uh,
2 decades. And yes, when Beckman's closed,
Yeah.
Mhm.
they got a lot of stuff from Beckman's, like the
Okay.
tuxes
Yeah.
that they used to rent for prom and whatnot.
Mhm.
And so they just
tuxedos
had,
have
and
seen
there
some
were
things,
props
yeah.
up
Oh,
there,
sure.
and I mean,
Mhm.
just so much stuff.
I
But
would,
it's that's all gone.
I would comment. I would agree that the tuxes from Beckman's for prom would make sense, but your child at the age of 10 is not going to prom, and years below that he's not. So where do the children
Weddings,
Weddings.
Oh, yeah.
ring bears. It was ring bears
Ah,
because
yeah,
you
yeah.
had like all of these light blue tuxes, a whole
Oh,
set of light
classic
blue,
80s.
whole
Yeah.
set of gray, whole set of white, like
Yeah.
Oh, white tuxes were never good, in my opinion.
very classic 80s.
Yeah. Definitely 80s.
Did not like them at all.
Do you have a dream event that you want to host in this space?
Oh my gosh, so many.
Yeah.
So Matt's and I, well, and one of the reasons why we decided to get into this just in the start, we love to host parties.
Mm-hmm.
And from the time we started dating, we started hosting parties and hosting big themed parties. Like we go all out.
There's folklore around their Halloween parties.
Oh.
Like we go all out. And so we are so excited to now have a space that we can do these things. I mean,
so
I want to
basically
do a
it's so you can
Midsummer Night's
host your own
Dreams.
parties.
Actually, yeah. Because you
Invite
don't
more
really want to
people
host
to-
this size party at your house, right?
That's
So
fun.
yeah, no, but we have some really fun themes that we're going to roll out for parties. We're just trying to
Cool.
decide if it's going to be quarterly or monthly or, what we can handle in a space.
Well, I'm
Good
excited
thinking.
to see what comes out of that.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So the space is now open,
Mhm.
according to this podcast that you're listening to.
Correct.
It has happened.
Mhm.
We are in present time, and it hasn't. So we're
Mhm.
really excited about it.
Yes, we are.
And I think it's going to be the next era of Kellergeist.
Oh.
And
Oh, absolutely.
I'm really,
Yes.
I've seen what's been happening on the front. I think it's fantastic as well. I do miss the homemade Kellergeist sign that was.
Don't worry.
What do you
We're-
mean? That's still there.
We're putting it somewhere.
Okay. Well, it's not up.
Oh yeah, it's gonna go back.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. I mean, it really is what harkens it. It is beautiful. So, well
so
done
look for that again.
Well done, Team Schalper.
Yeah.
You. And
Mhm.
you can now, because of this, we have big loans to pay off.
So everybody
So-
drink more than one.
So you can come down 7 days a week now.
Oh,
We're extending our hours. Before we were closed on Sundays and Mondays, but now it's 7 days a week.
perfect.
And on Monday to Friday, we are 4 to midnight. And on Saturdays, we're 10 a.m. to midnight.
It's a perfect time to start drinking.
And on Sundays, we're doing noon to 8.
Okay.
Nice.
So, yep. So those are the new hours. And we're pretty excited offering brunch on the brunch brats
yeah,
on Saturdays.
that's great.
It's the best.
Another reason to go downtown on the weekend. Farmers
Another
market.
space to just know that there's going to be some fun events.
Mm-hmm.
We've always enjoyed the great events. One of the ones that is continuing that had a little bit of a shift was Drink with a Shrink.
Yeah.
I saw that. Always a good time. I do have to tell you, the time I went, I submitted one of my questions for the Shrink, who is an actual licensed counselor. Like,
Okay.
But not giving.
right. Not giving
Actual-
actual advice.
Okay.
But she did also temper everything with, we're not going to go completely silly or funny because I am a professional in this. So I'm like, oh, I see the tone here.
Okay.
We aren't going to get crazy. That's good. That's good. So I can't wait to see what the new guy is.
Oh.
My advice would not be as sound as some of the advice that was given before. So
Yeah, we like to do crazy events.
Yeah.
Always entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
So check out Kellergeist Pub Theater next time you're in town. It's beautiful. Check out the artwork, both from the Tribune and the artwork that now hangs on the walls in the back space. You will not be disappointed. And if you get to see some of the fancy chairs that I've already seen, make sure you grab them because they are comfy and they are fun to sit in. They make you feel like a little bit of a queen. And I always love feeling very important. That's why I will probably get either the first or the second VIP lanyard
Oh.
badge
Oh
or
yeah.
card. I don't know what it's going to be.
Whatever it's
Maybe
gonna
it's
be.
a coat. Maybe it's a VIP coat with your name
my
on
gosh.
it.
Not
And
a green jacket.
you
She
have
wants a plaid jacket. That's her
Not a
thing.
plaid jacket.
you just go in and like they've got this closet full of coats and you're like, oh, here's mine. And then you can go up into
She has
this is a
dreams.
brilliant idea. You will a week from now you'll be like, damn, that was pretty good.
It's going to be
I think
velvet
we're gonna
smoking
Yeah.
jackets.
we're gonna
Oh, there
do
you go.
that.
And then you also can skip the line at the bathrooms.
Right.
Oh,
Oh, somebody.
I do like that.
Mm,
That
people
should
pay
that
money
should
for
be
that
part
one.
of that. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
They would pay money for that bathroom access.
I think so. Anyway, if you have great ideas of what the VIP lounge should include, feel free to send Kellergeist a message on their Facebook, or you can send us an information and we'll forward it along. Because you can always reach Great Falls, Montana Tourism at information@visitgreatfalls.org. Because I know what happens here. And if it's not on your list, make sure it's on your list. If you've never gone, make sure you go, and then you'll go back time and time again because it does. Kellergeist has a way of seeping into your soul and
Yes.
just making it feel like this is where you belong. 111 Central. We don't know what your future plans are. This is what it should include. And until we see your bright, smiling, happy, healthy faces in Great Falls, we do hope you're creating amazing memories with your friends and family, wherever you might be. We'll see you soon.
We're No Dam Experts is the recorded claims from Great Falls, Montana, covering what you need to know about this amazing damn town. Damn, that felt good.